CEO here at Ellenville Regional Hospital, and it is my privilege and pleasure to be welcoming the county executive here for a press conference about tourism, an area, a subject that's very important to us at this end of the county particularly. This community has been actively engaged in a campaign over the last about 2.5 years to get a casino at the Nevele, really, right here in the town of Warsing. And this community has risen up between the business community, the local elected officials, and all of the people in general feel that this is totally consistent with the kind of industry that we need here. It is a perfect reuse for a grand old hotel, and it re-establishes it in a sustainable way that will bring many jobs to our community, and so we're just totally behind it. I have the pleasure of stealing most of County Executive Hein's remarks, I'm sure, although maybe not. I'm sure he has plenty more to say. It is my privilege to introduce to you Ulster County's Executive Michael Hein.
Thank you very much for coming today. Thank you, Steve. Thank you for making Ellenville Hospital open to us. Thank you to the business community for coming out in full force. Thank you for labor. Thank you for elected officials. But most of all, thank you to the wonderful citizens of Ulster County who have come out in full force and have said what we are talking about here today is celebrating the fact that we have come together as a group and created an opportunity. But we're not across the finish line just yet. It's about creating opportunity, and it's about making reality. And so what we're really here today to talk about how we make this a reality. We have such a wonderful opportunity before us. There has been thoughtful legislation crafted, and we should never lose sight. It was crafted in many ways with the Catskills and upstate New York in mind. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't need to remind you, we are the Catskills, we are upstate New York, and we are very excited for what this means. In fact, there are people in this room who have fought for a generation, not a day, not a week, not a month, but for a generation to make sure that we could have resort gaming and revisit just a touch of what it was like in the past. But you see, I'm not asking you to think about the past. I'm asking you to look to the future of what Ellenville can be, and really think about the statistics that are so real, because they are not numbers, they are people, and they are families. We're talking about 1,500 construction jobs over 5 years. Real jobs, real wages, real families, making a difference right here in our community. We're talking about 2,000 full-time employees. That's families impacted in positive ways. But it's not just the on-site jobs. We're talking about all the sourcing that needs to be done locally. So we're talking about cumulatively 4,000 jobs. What we are talking about at its heart is putting an end to unemployment in Ellenville in our lifetime. Yes,